So you're debating the switch. You're a Windows bitch. You need a Mac to scratch the itch. Why am I doing this? So if you're like me, you've watched hundreds of videos, PC versus Mac, what am I gonna notice? Mac from a Windows perspective, and it's full of people saying, once you go Mac, you never go back. I use PC for gaming, but Mac for everything else, so good. You've been lied to. No one talks about these two things I'm about to mention. I'm saving you from yourself, even though I'm about to pounce on a Studio Mac Mini Max 4 M4. I'm not a Mac hater. I'm about to move into this world, but I have to let you know what you're getting into here. There's a couple things are very different. Nobody mentions this stuff.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
I tell you, I've watched probably hundreds of reviews of like M4 Mini Pro versus Studio versus MacBook Air. Like, I've been wanting to switch into Mac for a long time, so I've been researching it for like a month straight from every angle. Like, what am I gonna notice different from Windows? Will I adapt? Is it better? Here's a couple of things that are gonna kill your family. If you have fixes for any of these, because it's very possible that I'm just a moron and I don't know what I'm doing and there's like an easy setting, but I've gone through a lot of settings. I didn't see any way to fix this stuff. So the first thing, you know when you buy a new mouse and there's a bit of an adjustment period? It's just like you're chilling, then all of a sudden it's a little more sensitive or not. It's not quite right, you're misclicking shit. Things are off, but within 2 days, you're back on track. That's your new home in your mind. You've rewritten the brain neurons and you're fine with your new mouse. On Mac, you'll never adapt. It's different. It's very different from a Windows mouse. Let me just show you. Okay, hopefully you can see this, but as you scroll to the side, the Mac is jumpy, it's unpredictable, it's not smooth, it's not accurate. I'm used to precision level events here. On Windows, I just click things, I'm off to the races. I know where I'm clicking. It's not that hard. Sometimes I overshoot it. Admittedly, I'm not perfect, but like I can pick tiny things out of a crowd, click on it, drag it home. I've tried so many settings. Like there's all these adaptive modes that like, I'll go fast when you go fast and then I'll slow down when you're ready. That's the worst mode. If you turn that off, like nothing fixes this. Your mouse is just different on Mac. No one has ever mentioned that on the history of the world. I was looking, I saw some Reddit posts and there's a bunch of people who are like, yeah, shit, I thought it was just me. Like something's off. I'm not used to this. Like if you are used to precision movements, like your video editing, it's taking me forever to do anything because everything doesn't feel good and smooth. Like who would have known that? Why is it different? It makes no sense. I'm so used to just the mouse clicking where it needs to be. Like I'm not a trackpad guy. I hate trackpads. God, when I travel with my laptop, I bring a mouse. I'm that guy. I can't get into the trackpad life. What did I say? That's not a word. And to make things way worse, that clunky ass giant fingered mouse that you're now doing, like you're trying to be dexterous like an elf with this giant orc hand on a Mac, and it's not good. To add to that misery, all the Mac buttons are smaller. The little like minimize and close windows, it's this tiny circle. God help me, like, can I put it up there just so you can see the giant box that is a Windows closer and a minimize? You have so much area to move around. It's just like, yeah, I'll pick up here. You'll get there in a click and boom. Whereas Mac, it's like, I overshot it, it's tiny. Why is it so? Can you make that bigger somewhere in the menu? Probably. I don't know, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, man. So like, it's really annoying. Just moving anything, it's gonna be the death of me. 99% of what I do on a computer is clicking on things, dragging things, moving them, moving cursors to touch things. If that is everything you do, and it's like so much worse on a Mac, it's hell. Another thing that might be a deal breaker for you is just the way the file folder structure system is laid out there. When I'm editing videos, I often have the internet open to search for maybe GIFs or pictures, and then I have my folder that I'm open, and maybe a couple folders, a music folder, pictures. to go between those on Windows is quite easy. Say I'm in here, I want to search for an image of a cat riding a horse. Okay, we find that, cool. So we'll save that to this Mac folder that we're working in right now. And it's very easy to minimize. Do you notice that I can minimize that with that huge button down here? You liking that? That's fun. You can't do that on a Mac. I have done it so many times where it's just like, you want to minimize. Okay, we have the folder up, put this up. No, need that. You can't do that. That is so annoying. So on Mac, you got to go up to this, then find that tiny thing on the right-hand side, if you can even click it on your freaking Orcand mouse. But whatever, say you do it. On Windows, it's just, there's the file. It's right there. Whereas Finder, it's so different. It is so, that is an ugly horse. Wow, that is just, what's wrong? That's not a pony. First, let me just undo that. Let me show you other ways. I can bring this in, drag it down here. So see how fast that was? Watch what happens on a Mac. Okay, here's me on my Mac Mini, got a couple files, holding it up there. Come on, hurry, it blinks at me. Then it brings up this next window, that blinks. I don't need winks over here. Just let me move my files. The weird thing is sometimes Mac will let you do it faster. Here's an example. You click on the desktop, my folder disappeared, that was already open. And if you press the Finder button, oh, we'll get to you. Oh, that damn play and pause. Leave me alone with that button. That shouldn't exist. But whatever, calm down. Just start over from scratch, select them all, drag them on down there, and then we're gonna go in quick. Boom, it was way slower, but what's with all these files? Why are you giving me this jumbled nonsense? I can't see anything. I'm flying blind over here. All right, watch this sequence of events. I have a file I just saved on the desktop. I want to move that to a folder and then drag it in here. See, I can't minimize with that icon. That's too bad. So what I'm going to do is click the desktop. Okay, my folder's disappeared. That's bullshit. So let me click Finder. Okay, that brings up everything, and then I can't touch my file that's on the desktop. So I have to minimize first, then drag it over. Then we're in business somewhat. Then I can drag it over here. You gonna let me do it fast or not? No, you're gonna wink and a double window. Yeah, great. And then we all go subscribe to Birding with Calliope for good old time fashion fun. I'll be honest with you, I think Mac would benefit greatly from 2 screens. Just separate some things, have like an internet window on one that's not full screen, and then a couple folders, maybe 3 folders minimized right there, and then DaVinci on one screen, and then you're dragging back and forth. That kind of life could be done. Here's something no one talks about. When you make a folder and you name it something, Mac will erase everything in the middle and just give you a bit of the beginning and the end, and you have no idea what that means. It's so annoying, and the only way to get it like somewhat legible is to make them bigger and bigger until they're taking up half your screen, and then it will give you some of the words. All my Windows files are like, I know exactly what the folder is. As long as the names aren't too long, it'll show it. But Mac, it's like, even if it's a pretty short thing, it just cuts it off and it's like, Mac Accords, I don't remember what that was. Mac screen records. You could put it together, but it takes you time. It's not like it's all fun and games on Windows. Like, as you've noticed, it's 7 a.m. here, night light on until 6 a.m. Why is it still on? It's 7. It's supposed to turn off, and I have to turn it off manually every day. It's supposed to be this automatic thing that gets rid of the blue light, and you turn it on in the morning because it's fine during the day. Then you want it off at night, and then it's red and calmer. Then you can actually sleep. So it's like Mac just does it. It seems to work. Turns it on, off automatically. Windows never. So if you're anything like me, you're still debating. Even with all those things I just showed you, the annoyances, a Mac is so much smaller and quieter, and it just seems to work. Everything about it, when I plug in my musical keyboard, it just recognizes it and starts playing. It's like nothing's going haywire. It's just nice, it's speedy. It can edit files that my beefy computer still can't. It's weird. It's just the Mini doesn't have enough GPU power. So I'm still debating going into it. It's just, the pain is real. But like, I hate this giant ass PC on my desk, and this 5070 Ti makes a hum. There's a hum. I hear it. It was silent. When you build a silent PC and then you add a thing that makes noise, it's like this silent group of readers at night. They're all reading. And then one guy's like, let's dance. And he's playing music and it's like, shut up, Johnny, go to hell. That's what this video card is like. So I'm still like, I think I'm just gonna get the Mac Studio, M4 Max, max that out. No 3 Ultra, no thank you. And then like, 48 gigs of RAM, that's probably enough because I didn't even reach 32 on my Mac Mini. So I'm like, why would I get more? The only reason I'm even thinking of getting the Mac now that I have the 5070 Ti, I can edit my files smooth. It's that sound. I can hear it right now. It's so much louder than it was, and that's the only reason we're going Mac. But just the space savings on my desk alone would be nice, and plus the silence and potentially faster. If I can't edit my files though, I add some GPU effects and all of a sudden it's crying, then we return that and then I hunt for a 5080. Maybe that doesn't have a coil whine bullshit, but I will still whine regardless of what I do. That's all I know for sure. I'm never happy. But, so that's, you've been warned. Macs are cool. They're not great. They're not better than Windows in any conceivable way, and most often worse. But they're cute, tiny, light, quiet. Have you noticed these things? What are the fixes? Have you noticed other things as well? Well, Bitcoin can be donated now, because you learned a lot. I saved you thousands of dollars. You'll donate it now to the Bitcoin. I'll discuss where I'm at in a second.